It's always extremely heartening to be here for Chrysalis. It's something I hold very closely to my heart, because ever since I returned to India after all those years, the very first career I had was to be an instructor in design. And here I am today, after all these years, on the jury, heading part of the jury. This has been one of the toughest jury decisions we've ever had to make, which means that there is a quality and level that the designers are creating today, which is quite tough, considering many of them do their own work and many of them create their own embroideries and developments and fabric developments. So I have a fantastic fellow jury, and we've just been at loggerheads with each other, but we finally came to a decision. May the best teams and collections win. Thanks.
So I have to introduce Chrysalis judging that they're having, and I'm an alumni. I was here 22 years ago. I'm that old. It's great to come back and be with such a healthy, argumentative jury that really fought tooth and nail in the most amazing way possible to recognize good talent here. What I enjoyed is that a lot of the students are taking India as their inspiration and trying to do very cool things out of it, as opposed to several years ago where everybody looked only westwards and only looked at that point as their point of inspiration. So I think it's a very healthy mix of people looking at home and outside, and it's all coming together in a very cool, young way. The quality of work, I've done this jury a couple of years ago, and I felt like this set of students have presented a very strong competition amongst each other, and I think that that will show in the final presentation that they do.
Hi, so I think I walked in today after so many years to a jury, and I was so excited that I've come back, and I've come back to SNDT as a jury member. I used to teach at SNDT, and I think those were one of the fun days, and I think the faculty is completely supportive as to, they allow you to do what you want to do and how you want to teach, and they don't restrict you in the way you want to part your education or your knowledge to the students. And I think that was really nice. And I think since then we've been in touch. I've got interns who joined my brand and company, and now they're full-time employees. They're excellent. They are so dedicated, and you see that it comes out from the institute where they study. And I've just had a really great time today with being a part of the jury. We've had arguments, discussions, fights over who's going to get what award. But it all goes to say that, there is so much of good work that we're literally fighting on which award goes to which student. So I think you see the effort, the effort that the university and the college is putting all together. And it just shows very well. I wish them all the best, and they're going to have a great show.
I honestly didn't expect that the show is going to be so grand, and the students have put in a lot of effort, and the mentors have really grinded them. I can see that the details are seen, the fabrics are made, they look very professional, very innovative, and I think the students are inspiring me, especially after a 10-year decade, on how innovative I can get, and that is very it's amazing to see that.
I am really excited and thrilled to be involved and connected with the Premlila Vithaldas Polytechnic since 1988. In fact, we gave our first award in 1988 to the best student of the year, and since then the institute has grown from strength to strength, and the best designers in the Indian fashion business have been from Premlila Vithaldas Polytechnic. The big names like Neeta Lula, Anita Dongre, Masaba, Priyadarshini Rao, they're all from Premlila Vithaldas Polytechnic, and I'm so thrilled that these students are doing very well. In fact, the training of the institute is so strong that they know everything about fashion, designing, tailoring, drafting. And this morning when we were judging, it was an extremely exciting experience for us, because there was creativity, there was themes, and there was a lot of innovations which we saw in the garments itself. And I am very, very happy that Premlila Vithaldas is producing some of the best designers in the country, and I wish the students all the very best.
So this time is the first time actually that I'm a part of the jury of a fashion school. I run an art gallery, and what was really interesting to see is that how these students really respond to design, and whether it's poetry or it's art, painting or garments, I think the element of design is there everywhere. And also it's interesting to see how these students have responded to their corresponding political, social, ecological backgrounds, and you see these elements in their garments. And the other thing which I want to take back home is that like somebody mentioned that they used to go look at westwards all the time, and of course the silhouettes are westwards, but they have kind of used gondal, and they've used varli, and they've used these materials which are very Indian. So I thought that's really interesting, and I guess this SNDT has been there for many years, and it's really strange that when I studied in Baroda design, we had a field trip and they got us to SNDT, so it's nostalgic. Thank you.
So I'm so excited to be at SNDT's Chrysalis judging today. It is really life coming a full circle for me from being on the other side of the table where I was judged by a similar jury to today being on the jury. And I have to say that, my most fond memories of my career are from SNDT. Ms. Batra was my head of department. She's still here today. And it's, just keeps drawing me back. And another thing is, in my 22 years after I passed out of SNDT, I have to say is that the best talent still comes out of the PVP department of SNDT, the AMD department. I mean, some of our top Indian women designers are still from SNDT. And that goes to show a lot about the curriculum, the faculty, the program that they set. Even in these 22 years of my career, the best interns we've had, the best employees we've had have all been from SNDT. And that is, the kind of value system, the way of teaching, the dedication, the amount of hard work they extract from us is something which stays with us for a really, really long time. And that's why I'm extremely excited to be here today. Thank you.
Any design is an art, and designers are artists. They create fashion through their art and fulfilling the desires and dreams of people. I was not here to judge, but more to motivate and experience the journey of art and fashion, and captured some best moments of my life. Today, all these student designers have really impressed me through their innovative concepts and incredible collections that makes me visualize a very bright future of fashion industry. For me, each and everyone were the winners and already ready to rock the fashion industry. God bless everyone.